Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to Sunless Skies. I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing with this episode. In the last episode we finished the Incognito Princess's storyline and we managed to lay her skin on someone and get an upgraded version, the Analytical Princess. Now my options are to do the Repentant Devil. I can't actually remember what he needs. He just needs tea and gourds of nectar. 2 caddies of tea and 2 gourds of nectar. While I'm here, I only have 1 gourd of nectar, because of course I only have 1 gourd of nectar. I do have 2 tea. Where do I get gourds from? If I remember correctly, they are all in the reach. Yes, Carillion. Because of course. Are there any bees here in Albion? I don't think there is. Well, that's on the cards, but there's something else I picked up without hitting the record button because I'm an absolute idiot. There was a prospect here for taking, there it is, some literature for the Avid Horizon. So I figured we'll go on a little adventure. I haven't actually discovered the Avid Horizon since they changed the way Albion looked. So, apparently, it's to the southwest. Southwest? Down here somewhere. So I'm just gonna go have a look. Pretty much how I'm planning it so far. It's one of those episodes where I'm kinda, no, I don't really know what's going on. We're just gonna hang out and chat. It's gonna be hopefully a very chill episode where not much goes on, because I'm very tired again. It's that week. Now it's every other episode for you I suppose, but for me whole weeks are flying by. So it's that week where I'm just bloody tired and I can't be bothered. I haven't made the mistake of having a nap this time because that was a terrible idea. It's a habit that I have got rid of because it hasn't helped me in the slightest. Which is a surprise. You'd have thought adding extra hours of sleep would be an interesting thing that helped solve problems, but no. I was told that you should have an hour and a half sleep. That should be the minimum you aim for. 45 minutes is when you go into deep sleep. What can I do here? Should I? Investigate a mysterious gleaming. Some of the coffins sparkle under a shroud of glass dust. And what's that amongst them? Something larger, winking with starlight. We failed. Bugger. Oh, we gained terror. That's really bad. You lean precariously from the exterior door, reaching out with your coal shovel. At last, you make contact with the object and slowly, painfully slowly, draw it in. As soon as you see what it is, you bundle it in your coat. But too late. A stoker has already seen. Later, you examine it in privacy. It is a human head fashioned from bottle green glass. Glass hair, glass teeth, glass gums. A glass mole distorting the watery light of your lamp that shines through it. A third of the head has been sheared away, as if struck with something heavy. In the exposed cross-section, you can see the glass scalp, the glass skull, the glass brain. Well, isn't that horrendous? I wonder if that has anything to do with the sun making people glass. Somehow some sort of artifact that has made its way into the hell that is the sky. But it's right outside of Albion, so who knows? Maybe? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just an artifact from a previous time. There's a lot of that floating around. Now all of this is unexplored, so I don't actually know what I'm going to find. I feel I may be woefully unprepared when it comes to fuel and supplies, but time will tell. I would send out the owl. I'm not sure he'll help. I mean, this is still technically southwest. I guess southwest, southwest. I guess that's down this way, actually. I'm not very good with compasses. I've been told this many times. Ooh, free stuff. Please be like fuel or something. Supplies. It's useful. Very useful indeed. Never say no to free supplies. Now this just looks like the factory. Nothing special here. I'm waiting for us to slowly fly into the graveyards. Oh dear, a gloom. Approach the skull. Morale is low. I don't like low morale. Low morale is bad. This looks like a dead end. Well, we're going to have to follow it round. Hope we find something interesting. What's that? That looks strange. It's gone. It what? What the hell? What is this? I think it's some sort of graphical artifact, but I don't know. So, I'm going to choose to ignore it. Save somehow breaking my game or something, which would be very upsetting at this point. You know, as I logged in, I noticed I had 93 hours in Sunless Skies. You'd have thought I'd achieved something much greater than I actually have in that time period. I mean, I have done a great many things at this point. But, not quite. Oh, balls. You don't see me, you don't see me, you see me. Okay. Let me just quickly do this. I am not investigating that mysterious gleaming. 83% chance you thought we'd have got that, but let's reduce our terror. Hopefully that will lower it more than... Yes, we're okay. Oh, bugger. There's two of them. Ow. God. This has gone horribly wrong. Okay, we're running away. What is this? Bloody hell. I'm driving into a dead end. Ow. What is this? Christ. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Ow. Damn, these bloody scribe spinsters. Missed. Now that was bloody horrendous. What even was that? Send out the crewman, get a piece of bronze, but that has destroyed my terror completely. My God almighty. What was that giant swirly thing? I swear I've come across that before. The well of some description, God damn. Blew himself up. Wasn't that useful? Let's gain some hull here. Scavenge some parts. Well, I found the Sunless Sea. Now, I'm pretty sure the Sunless Sea is right next to the Avid Horizon. Let's go quickly check out what this is down here. Nameless monument deteriorates here in the wind. Ow! Crunch. Okay, do you know what? To save me wandering around like a blind man, I am going to send out the owl. A sudden jolt. I think we hit something, my lady. Your driver observes. The mists are thick. You could turn back and search for it. No. No. Keep going. Excuse me. We've gained 1 terror. It's got something. Pray tell is something. As of course the Avid Horizon is down here, it makes sense for the Avid Horizon to be on the edge of the map. I still haven't played Sunless Skies. Still, to this day. Like, I've played it on and off in my own time, and I found it very slow. It's not like Sunless Skies. The quiet sea. The stair to the sea. A narrow ledge is lodged into the ice here. A stair thin as a shaft of starlight plunges into the mists below. This is the stairway down to the Flotilla, a makeshift raft of broken and abandoned ships, home to the similarly broken and abandoned. All came through the avid horizon, but were forbidden, for legal reasons, from entering Albion. The nearby Home Office keeps them contained here. Left thus to their own devices, they have formed cults. So we can descend the stairs, we can board the Flotilla. It's considered polite to bring an offering. Food or fuel is preferable, but anything that can be eaten or burned for warmth would suffice. We have food, I guess we can give them as long as it isn't too much. The winds rattle the iron railings, as though trying to throw you from the stair into the churning sea hundreds of feet below. You cleave hard to the block of ice, its chill on your cheek, as you make the slow descent. Your fingers are thoroughly frozen by the time you reach the bottom. You stand on the rusted iron platform that marks the beginning of the Flotilla. The sea all around is shrouded in rolling mist. You can make out boats nearby, bobbing forlornly in the freezing water. Some are roped together, others set apart. Lights speckle the water. Cultists still dwell, at least some of the old steamships. This platform is deathly silent, however. No one is here to greet you. Okay. Sacrifice hours to appease the burrower below? Oh, what is this? If only I brought some seasoned unbarreled seasons. Oh my god, barrels of unseasoned hours. There we go, I got it out there eventually. Well, I guess we can leave an offering. The sea is peopled with forgotten and abandoned. It is customary to leave an offering at the Flotilla for help, for hope, for home. Perhaps someone will come to collect it. At the height of its power, the Home Office processed tens of thousands of petitioners seeking entry to Albion. Some were rejected or left to seek appeals or help from Albion, caught in limbo between the office and the gate. Here at the edge of the horizon, in the shadow of the winged statues, detainees leave offerings, prayers and messages to the world left behind, supplications to the cultists that dwell on the quiet sea. What will you leave behind? A body? Oh, that doesn't seem good. Let's leave some fuel. Don't know what the difference is here, but yeah, let's leave some food even. I think I said fuel before. Did I get terror? God damn it. Your crew do not complain as you order a crate opened and emptied over the side of the Flotilla. They stand by your side as cans and flasks splash into the water. You can see the reflected gazes staring into the depths. Okay. A voice in the mists. A figure in antiquated frock coat steps out of the mist. A fine evening to you. You were impressed with your offering. The man lowers his hood. His features are strident, striking, made all the more so by the lattice of tattoos marking his face like a verdant birthmark. He extends his hand. The Word made flesh. And you have fed ours. We would be glad. Oh god, I remember these people. I can't say their name. Supralasapradarians. And I to welcome you to our little enclave in the Flotilla. He lowers his cloak to expose his tattooed collarbone, but first you must read. Who are you and what do they want with me? The archivist smiles blissfully. We are those who were left behind, so we have decided that we chose to stay. We keep with tradition. He waves airily about him. Ours is a remarkably liberating lifestyle. You helped us, however indirectly, with your gift. I'd like to return the favour. I mean, okay. How bad can this go? The tattoos on his collar are a jumble of words and pictures. You make out a crab and a cave, a candle and a roof. You recite the words you find there. I am home. He embraces you, bony arms wrapped around your frame like stumbling into a coffin. Yes, you are home. Follow me. We are all at the Flotilla at the moment. I dislike this arrangement, but there are too few of us to survive alone. If you like, I shall teach you to read, he says, read, with a weighty, portentous inflection. Okay, so we've been initiated into the Supralapsarians. Bring 5 sheafs of ministry-approved literature to the illuminated archivist. Well, that would have been nice if I knew that before, because I had 5 sheets. And then I'm going to have even less, because I want to trade them in here. Anything new here? Some boats are covered, others converted into makeshift anchorages, refectories and cells. Hopeful acolytes flock to one ecstatic figure or another, raving about this doctrine or that. Your new friends are one cult among 3. The sanctified, the loose collection of souls who follow the jolly anchorite are communal, fraternal and jovial. The Supralapsarians who follow the illuminating archivist do everything by their book, when they can agree upon the interpretation. The displeased treat distrust as a virtue and betrayal as a sacrament. A woman is lying on a wheel that sits atop the pole that rises over the flotilla. She does not speak, but only watches the gate. Let's speak to the silent mystic. Her wheel is accessible by a flimsy rope ladder rising up through the mists. She is rarely disturbed by other acolytes, though they watch her intently. The woman lies on the wheel, her eyes on the looming shadows of the gate. She does not bother to look your way as you reach the top of the ladder. Rotting fruits, dried flowers and tarnished nameplates lie ignored at the edge of the wheel. Let's attempt to speak to her. You're new here. Perhaps she'll find that interesting. Does your mind join a cult? Yes. She rolls back her head to gaze at you. Her mouth twitches downward. A hand lolls listlessly in your direction. You do not sense the hunger of the true aesthetic in you. Where the name, the knife, where the book? Begone and waste not my time. The eyes roll back. Return when you have learned something. If one of the cults claims you as their own full initiate, then I might be interested in speaking to you. Okay. Well, now we have, where will you lay your head at night? Every acolyte has a favoured spot in the flotilla to take their kip. The politics of one's sleeping arrangements are complicated here. So your choices here will affect the dispositions of the cults towards you. Favour with a cult can generate rewards or occasionally open options while pursuing other objectives. Because you were selected by one of the leaders of the mystics to uncover their sacred mysteries, you may sleep where you like. Everyone is eager to see what you choose. There isn't much to do here. So we have a cosy berth near an open hearth. Wine and candles, shared warmth and traded stories. You are strengthened by community. A crow's nest. A lonely eyrie far above the mists. You are strengthened by solitude. Or we can do whatever the others are doing. Where they sleep, you sleep. You are strengthened by tradition. I mean, we are new here, so let's just copy everybody else. When Londoners sleep, they do so regardless of their surroundings. Noise shall not disturb them, nor light rouse them. A Londoner can sleep through damnation. They keep to their regular hours, for they have adapted to the endless darkness beneath the earth. The words wash over you as you lay down to sleep. And luckily we've pleased the relapsarians. I hate this so much. Okay, so we can sing? We can sing, apparently. On rising, there is singing. For some, a morning chorus. For others, a lament. Lungs swell. The Flotilla dwellings are made of broken boats and battered carpentry. Mists, luminous and sinuous, snake through the gaps. Voices carry on the breeze. Each could be just beside you, or stood on a distant deck. Here, there are no echoes. The sky swallows all songs. All sing nonetheless. What do you sing of? We can sing of the place we left behind, your home on the other side of the horizon. We can sing of loss, there is much to sing of. Or we can sing of life, the riot and revel of it. I think... I don't actually know. Of loss? Oh dear. Your voice is raw and hoarse. You're not sure there's a tune, but there is an abundance of feeling. Private torments carry on the wind, harmonizing with your own. You have not actively upset the displeased. Well, that's good. What am I doing? I'm just like going through a day in the life of a man on the Flotilla. Okay, we can give a confession. At this hour, the acolytes purge themselves of their sins. Confessions are to be given and to be received. You are expected to take part. The acolyte smiles as you kneel in front of her. A bowl of salt water is between you. You do not speak to each other, but to the water, which will drown your secrets. Your eyes meet in the bowl. A smile widens in encouragement. We confess an error of yearning. While you long for things to be as they were, we can confess an error of despair. What hope is there left for you? Or we can confess an error of sentiment. Sometimes your heart grows heavy. I think sentiment. The acolyte frowns. Your heart betrays you. It teaches you a lesson. Listen to it. Our innermost selves are the worst traitors of us all. Against that betrayal, there is only one defense: self-denial. Once you enter the cycle of betrayal and betrayal in turn, you'll begin to understand. She leans in to whisper her own confession to the bowl. That's good life advice. What will we do with the confession we just heard? This is the hour in which the acolytes decide what to do with their confessions. The Sunless have elaborate rituals surrounding confessions. The other acolytes have mimicked their example and use this hour to keep or betray the confessions they've recently heard. Whatever you do here may already have been done to you. So we can betray it. A secret given only has power if used. Not strictly true. But I suppose you can use it in the sense of not telling people, but use it against them. Kind of true. Don a mask, a pre-celestial tradition. The hour of confessions requires it, or we can keep it. A secret kept has value. A secret shared is no longer a secret. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Let's don a mask. Tradition. You follow other acolytes in choosing a flimsy wooden mask. Bat, fox, cat or bear. It denotes that you carry a confession and are available to hear others. You promenade about the decks, clutching candles as you go. And we can dine at the feast. At the end of the day, the acolytes gather for a feast. If you are cynical, you might suggest this was the only reason the sects banded together. Makeshift tables are laid with the fruit of the quiet sea. Some acolytes have spent their days on the waves, fishing for whatever blind, writhing things count as fish here. Others forage for preserved food from the forgotten ships. Still, others range farther, among engine wrecks and refuse of the Bureau. Wisely rationed, there is enough for one such feast every week or so. How will you dine? We can dine with traditional decorum. There are standards to maintain. With gusto, a feast is no time for restraint, or with restraint. You will master your desires. Let's do it with traditional decorum. You will not eat until you have located the appropriate cutlery. That's the most British thing ever. You pass to the left and take from the right. You won't use the tablecloth as a napkin. The Sub-Laracerians look on admirably, while the sanctified get juices all over their clothes. Brilliant. Despite the modishness of your profession and the outlandish quality of your stories, you're accepted by the Supra-Laracerians. God damn it. So we can change it, but I think... Should we attend the last rite? As the other cultists are departing, your friends among the Flotarians bid you to join them. They promise a reward. I like rewards. You are brought to a warm underdeck, which might once have been a hold. A fire roars in the hearth, and the ceiling is painted with false stars. The illuminated archivist smiles to greet you and pours you tea, which you are instructed to serve to the silent mystic. I have been pleased by the observances of this cult, she says to you. Perhaps there is something in it. Now that the king is gone, we must find a means to go on, mustn't we? She sighs and passes the cup back. This is yours. Go back to the stars, Captain. Seek the truth. Okay. Should we speak to the illuminated archivist? The sickly leader of the Sarcarians have inducted you into the first of their mysteries. Might he be willing to divulge more? He has built a hideaway inside of a cargo hold of rotting London steamer. The stamp of the Crown and Misery Company gleams in the candlelight, recently polished. Faded paintings of old music halls, acts adorn the walls. Tables cram the hold, littered with hideous and broken ornaments. Shepherd dresses, kittens, the tentacled robbery men of old London all vie for your eye. No, we need ministry-approved literature, so we'll return to the flotilla. I think we may actually be done here, but before... we have tarried here long enough. If I come here again, remind me that I need to bring bloody ministry-approved literature. Yes, I've had to lose everything I've just done. You leave the flotilla, emerging back onto the ice and silence of the quiet sea. A few acolytes watch you leave. Perhaps someone waves, and then the winds drown all sound, and the flotilla is behind you. Perhaps you will return. Perhaps I will. I'm guessing this isn't actually the place I need to be, but let's sit in contemplation. Why are you here, the edge of the horizon, on an all but empty flotilla, far from the place where you were born, no way back, if you ever wanted to return? How many waited for the gate to open? How many came through, unable to go further, unable to return? Where are they now? Are there still any here? You would need to fly to the gate itself to find out. The water burbles. You see your face emerge in the sea below, visible through the mist. Well, as far as I can tell, this isn't where I can... Oh wait, is it? No. Okay, so this isn't where I actually need to be. This is not the gate itself. If we can find it. I don't really want to end the episode before I've at least done what I set out to do. This doesn't look good. If memory serves, the place I want to be is on one of these rocks. I think. Ah, there, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, this isn't going to be good, is it? This place increases my terror quite significantly. To tell you the truth. Not entirely sure why. Quickly. I must dock. You can hear the Z, a grizzled crewman cries. Listen, lapping like a cat to cream. This should be a new place. Thank God. The Home Bureau. Wonderful. Let's just do this. I'm gonna trade these in. What do they sell here? Guns. Because of course they sell guns. Everywhere sell guns. Right. And I will read through the Home Bureau in the next episode. But thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. And as always, I'll see you next time.